investments in a system that is bankrupt and weighed down with bureaucracy. Well, that's just some Republican who doesn't like government, right? Wrong. See, school choice isn't a partisan issue. The senator I just spoke of is a Democrat who is a member of Jesse Jackson's Rainbow Push Coalition and co-chair of the legislature's Black Caucus. In June, Oklahoma's governor, also a Democrat, signed into law a scholarship program for students with special needs. So did the Republican governor of Louisiana. School choice is not a partisan issue. School choice is not a bipartisan issue. School choice is actually a tripartisan issue. The program in DC that Lindsay spoke of is trying to be saved and expanded by 2 Republican senators, 1 Democrat senator, and 1 independent. And you know, there actually used to be an additional co-sponsor of that bill, a Democrat, but he passed away recently, and that was Senator Robert Byrd. Now, the final thing that school choice can do for West Virginia is the thing I can't name. It's the thing that gave us the automobile, television set, the computer, and the telephone. It's that part of the human spirit that drives individuals to be great and to follow their dreams. It's that thing that comes from freedom. A friend of mine tells a story about a young man from Florida named Zach Bonner. Zach is a 12-year-old kid who runs a charity called the Little Red Wagon Foundation that helps homeless children. Last year, to help raise awareness and money, Zach walked from his home in Florida to Washington, D.C., and along the way, a reporter stopped Zach to ask him what he was doing. And during the interview, the reporter asked, "Well, how is it, young man, that you're not in school?" And Zach responded, "Well, in the morning I do my walks and raise money for my foundation. In the afternoon and at night, I talk with my teachers and take my classes online." See, Florida not only has broad school choice programs, but it also has an array of educational options like full-time virtual schools. That allows people like Zach to do those things that are driven not by legislative orders, but rather by individual interests. Ultimately, what school choice will do in West Virginia and in other states is truly transform a system that's outdated, underperforming, and costly. And why is it that way? Well, because it can be. Public education has no incentive to change because people aren't free to choose different schools, and schools keep getting money no matter how they perform. I once heard a speaker say that freedom gave America FedEx and government gave us U.S. mail. And a comparison of the two is actually very enlightening for today's discussion. In March, FedEx doubled its quarterly profits and was again named one of America's best places to work. Today, U.S. mail is almost $4 billion in the red. Its costs continually increase while its output stagnates. It has proposed closing branches, raising costs, and moving to a 5-day delivery schedule. It is not serving the needs of its customers, it is serving itself, and public education has become no different. Now, many will say choice will hurt our public schools and that we have to support public education. Well, choice won't hurt our public schools, folks, not if they improve. And moreover, what's more important? Ensuring every child has access to an excellent education or supporting our public schools no matter how they perform? If you think the latter, then tell you what. Everyone go home and throw away your TVs, your iPods, your iPhones, Blackberries, computers, DVDs, and CDs, because we have to support the radio industry. That's right, we have to support serial programming on radio. Or better yet, we have to support 8-tracks. Let's start subsidizing 8-track players. Choice can't work in entertainment, didn't you know? And with that in mind, I want to leave you with one thought. When the next legislative session starts, you'll have the freedom to choose which bills you'll support. You have that choice. Think about this. When school starts, why can't parents have that same freedom to choose the education they'll support for their child? Thank you very much.